Nitish Kumar is set to be sworn in as the Bihar Chief Minister for the 7th time in less than half an hour from now. Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda have arrived at the BJP Patna office a little while ago to take part in Nitish Kumar's swearing-in ceremony. India Today has scooped the possible shape of the Nitish Kumar cabinet. The BJP is likely to have a total of 7 ministers in the new Bihar cabinet, along with the JDU's 6 ministers, including Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. The BJP's Tarkishore Yadav and Renu Devi are likely to take oath as Bihar's deputy chief ministers. Other NDA allies, HAM and VIP, will have one representation in the possible 15-member cabinet. The oath-taking ceremony is scheduled for 4:30 p.m. at the Raj Bhavan in Patna. Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda and Organizational Secretary BL Santosh will be attending Nitish's oath ceremony in person, while most of the opposition parties, including Tejaswi's RJD, the Congress and the left, have decided to boycott the oath ceremony, saying that the mandate was against Nitish.
माननीय महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय ने इनको मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मनोनीत किया है और शपथ ग्रहण के लिए आज 4:30 पर समय दिया है। तो इस अवसर प्रदान करने के लिए महामहिम के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करते हैं और माननीय नीतीश कुमार जी को बड़ी बड़ी शुभकामनाएं देते हैं कि जिस प्रकार से 15 साल चला है, कुछ और करने की जरूरत हो करके 5 साल बिहार के जो अपेक्षाएं हैं उसकी पूरी करेंगे, ऐसा हमको उम्मीद है।
बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री श्री नीतीश कुमार जी और अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री जीतन राम मांझी जी का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि उन्होंने हमारे कंधों पर इतना बड़ा दायित्व दिया है और हमें इस लायक समझा है, और उनके विश्वास जो मुझ पर मिल रहा है, उनका जो आस्था विश्वास जो भी कह सकते हैं, उसके लिए मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा। एक चुनौती के रूप में मैं इसे लूंगा और उनका जो भी आदेश होगा, उनका जो भी मुझे दायित्व मिलेगा, मैं उसे अपनी पूरी क्षमता से 100% करने का कोशिश करूंगा।
हमारे लीडर जो हैं नीतीश कुमार जी, उनके काम करने का ढंग सब दिन एक जैसा रहता है और हम लोग उम्मीद करते हैं कि इस बार भी उनका जो तरीका है वही रहेगा, और बल्कि उन्होंने कल कहा ही है कि इस बार और ज्यादा मुस्तैदी से हम लोगों को काम करना पड़ेगा। नीतीश कुमार के सक्षम नेतृत्व में हम लोग जनता की अपेक्षाओं को पूरा करेंगे। जो भी संख्या होगी, हम लोग ये मानते हैं कि नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में काम अच्छा होगा।
विकास के लिए हम लोग सतत प्रयास कर रहे हैं। आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी प्रयास कर रहे हैं, उनके नेतृत्व में हम लोग प्रयास करेंगे। इसलिए जो भी जिम्मेवारी हम लोग को दी जाएगी, हम लोग उस जिम्मेवारी को कितनी ईमानदारी के साथ और कितनी प्रतिबद्धता के साथ हम लोग आगे ले चलें, ताकि जो हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का सपना है कि एक ऐसा बिहार हो जो विकसित बिहार हो, जिसमें हर एक मूलभूत सुविधा जितने लोगों को हो मिले, और उसी बात को लेकर हम लोग आगे चल रहे हैं।
नीतीश कुमार आज 7वीं बार बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर शपथ लेने जा रहे हैं और राजभवन के बाहर की तस्वीरें आपको हम दिखा रहे हैं। यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं किस तरीके से यहाँ पे नगाड़े बजाए जा रहे हैं और जो लोग हैं यहाँ पर एक तरीके से जश्न का माहौल है यहाँ पर। और 7वीं बार जो है मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर शपथ लेंगे, एक रिकॉर्ड भी है यहाँ नीतीश कुमार जो आज बनाएंगे। और राजभवन के बाहर कार्यकर्ता जो है लगातार जुट रहे हैं और इसी तरीके से जो है उत्सव का माहौल सा लग रहा है यहाँ पे जेडीयू कार्यकर्ताओं।
ये सर तो पहले से तय था, बिहार के जनता ने तय रखा था कि हमको नीतीश कुमार जी जैसा लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री, विकास का मुख्यमंत्री नहीं मिलेगा। इसलिए बिहार की जनता का जो चाह था उस पर खरे उतरा गया है और निश्चित रूप से डबल इंजन की सरकार है। निश्चित रूप से बिहार का विकास इतना तीव्र गति से होगा जो हम कर्नाटक और बम्बई और तमिलनाडु को छूने में सफल।
चलिए, तो बिहार का विकास काफी तेजी से होगा, लेकिन यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं किस तरीके से जो नगाड़े बजाए जा रहे हैं और एक तरीके से जश्न का माहौल आरजेडी, माफ कीजिएगा, राजभवन के बाहर इस वक्त देखने को मिल रहा है। कैमरा पर्सन नदीम आलम के साथ रोहित सिंह, पटना, आज तक।
I want to go straight across now to Rohit Singh live with me from Patna. Also joining us on our special coverage of the oath-taking ceremony, we have with us academic and political analyst Dr. Manisha Priyam. Also with us is our national affairs editor Rahul Srivastav. Rohit, straight to you first. You're at the Raj Bhavan. The BJP president, the Union Home Minister, other big leaders of the BJP are there. We've got the inside track on what the shape of the cabinet of Nitish 7.0 is going to look like. Take us through what's happening there, the preparations for this oath-taking ceremony.
फोन कटा हुआ है.
Okay, I think Rohit has an audio problem. We'll try and re-establish that link. But these are images coming to you from the... Yes, I think this is, okay, this is the BJP office, not the Raj Bhavan. This is the BJP office in Patna, where these images are coming to you from. Remember, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the party president JP Nadda, organizational head BL Santosh and others have arrived there. This is a big election victory as far as the BJP is concerned as well. And they're all there for the oath-taking ceremony. Rohit is in fact at the BJP office in Patna. For more, Rohit, over to you. Take us through what's happening there. The bigwigs of the BJP have landed for this all-important oath-taking ceremony.
Shiv, right now I am not at the BJP office. I am at Raj Bhavan, where the swearing-in ceremony is just about to begin. 4:30 is the time when the entire ceremony will begin, and we can show you pictures from inside this hall where the swearing-in ceremony is about to begin. You can see several dignitaries, the newly elected MLAs of BJP, JDU, HUM and VIP are in attendance here. The opposition, the entire opposition in fact has boycotted the ceremony. They have said that we will not be attending this entire event and they are leveling allegations that this government which is being formed is not right. And here you can see that how family members of I have it with Devinder ji. Jitan Ram Majhi's full family is here. Jitan Ram Majhi's full family is here. He is Devinder ji. Devinder ji, आज आपके साले साहब जो हैं वो मंत्री बनने जा रहे हैं. संतोष जी, किस तरीके की फीलिंग है?
बहुत अंदर से खुशी हो रही है. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी शपथ ग्रहण लेंगे. उसके साथ मेरा साला संतोष कुमार सुमन जी शपथ ग्रहण लेंगे. बहुत खुशी की बात है. हम लोग सब पूरा बिहार माने खुश महसूस कर रहा है. आज का दिन बहुत हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है. पूरी जनता के लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है.
आप भी चुनाव लड़े थे लेकिन आप जीत नहीं पाए थे.
हाँ, वहाँ कुछ ऐसी बातें होती है. हर क्षेत्र का अलग अलग समीकरण होता है जिसमें हम लोग नहीं उसमें सक्सेस हो गए, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन हमारी पार्टी वहाँ सक्सेस की है और हम लोग 4 विधानसभा में जीत कर आए हैं. तो हमारी समझिए प्रतिशत बहुत अच्छा रहा है. इसलिए हम लोग
आपकी भागीदारी भी अच्छी होने वाली है.
ऑब्वियसली वो तो शुभ संकेत दिख रहा है कि हम 4 में कम से कम एक मंत्रालय मिल रहा है हमको. तो इससे अच्छा बात क्या है.
आगे भी एनडीए में बने रहेंगे. मांझी जी हमेशा इधर-उधर
उसमें मांझी है कि अब हम नीतीश कुमार के साथ आजीवन है. उन्होंने अपने मुंह से बोल दिया. अब उसमें कुछ कहने की जरूरत ही नहीं है.
इसलिए दैट वाज देवेंद्र माझी फ्रॉम the family of Jitan Ram Majhi, excited that Santosh Majhi will be administered the oath in Nitish Kumar cabinet. So the entire event is just about to begin, and as I told you, several dignitaries, bureaucrats, all have come here, and newly elected MLAs are also in attendance here at this hall inside the Raj Bhavan. Shiv.
Okay, Dr. Manisha Priyam, opening comments from you on our coverage. What are you going to be looking out for, ma'am? There has been speculation about what the cabinet is largely going to look like, pretty much on expected lines. But what would be your things to look out for as we, cover this oath-taking ceremony today?
So the change that was anticipated or expected has happened before the oath taking. The most glaring absence as Nitish Kumar comes into his 4th full term in a coalition partnership with the BJP is going to be the absence of his friend, of his comrade in the JP movement, Sushil Kumar Modi,
yes,
a man who led the BJP in the state as its deputy chief minister, but is today out of this current coalition, where the BJP is definitely on the ascendant. The BJP is the bigger partner, yet they've kept the coalition dharma And as the BJP had announced before the elections, Nitish Kumar is being sworn in as the chief minister, although the JDU has lesser numbers, only about half of the strength of the BJP. So you can see that the BJP is sending the message of coalition dharma, but the BJP has certainly done some stock taking. And I'm also going to see for the first time Amit Shah as Home Minister of India. Look, he tried also in 2015, but he didn't win the state elections. Certainly some role there of Amit Shah as a strategist and JP Nadda as the chief of BJP, the party. So the presence of BJP, the party, is very, very prominent at this oath-taking ceremony.
Yes.
Two important central leaders from the party having been sent there, the Home Minister himself, and also the two new faces of Mr. Tarkeshwar Prasad and Renu Devi, unknown in the state of Bihar in the electoral arena, not very familiar faces.
Yes.
So one is also looking out for them as to what the political significance of these two faces is. I think absence of Sushil Modi, presence of Home Minister and Shri JP Nadda ji, and the two new deputy chief ministers,
Right.
these are the novel features of this oath taking this time around for Nitish Kumar.
Very, very interesting, Dr. Manisha Priyam, mentioning the BJP element here. We'll talk about the deputy chief ministers in just a moment. Rahul, coming to you now. The Home Minister there, we've talked about the deputy chief ministers. We'll go to their profiles, in just a moment. What's standing out for you? And as a political reporter, what are you going to be looking out for very closely, in this oath-taking ceremony, Rahul?
Shiv, the BJP has honored a political promise made to an alliance partner. As Manisha said, is that the BJP is redeeming its image after allies like Shiv Sena and Akali Dal went out, saying that the BJP was a big brother which does not listen or keep promises. I think that the BJP is trying to settle. The BJP does not have a leader, a face in Bihar. It's what is starting. And I think if you see the names which are propping up, as far as the possibles and the probables, there is one very clear element emerging, Shiv, is that when it comes to the siblings in the NDA Parivar, the BJP is honoring a promise, but making a very strong pitch, which indicates a sibling rivalry.
Right.
Now, if you take the name of Mr. Tarkeshwar Prasad, he is a four-term MLA, but remember, he belongs to the backward castes. Then comes Renu Devi, who's from the Nonia community. Now, Nonias are, Mr. Tarkeshwar is from the Talwar community caste, and she's from the Nonia, with the Panchmanias, it's called in Bihar. And this is where the BJP's game is. Now see Mr. Prem Kumar, who was the agriculture minister in Nitish Kumar government. He is a known EBC face as far as the BJP is concerned. Long-term MLA from Gaya in Bihar, was even talked about as a BJP's EBC face in the 2015 elections.
Right.
Then you come to the next name, Mr. Mangal Pandey, one of the BJP's Brahmin faces in Bihar. In 2000, he ran a very successful campaign against Lalu Yadav, which was called Jawab Do, Hisab Do. As far as the grants coming from the Vajpayee government are concerned, BJP is indulging in a caste chemistry beyond the upper caste support it has, going for the EBC and MBC and the Mahadalit vote bank, which is largely the supporting vote bank of Nitish Kumar.
Right.
So with Nitish Kumar as Chief Minister, the BJP is eyeing for expansion into the vote bank, which has been loyal to Nitish Kumar. That's the biggest standout element of this exercise being carried out today.
So the ascendancy of the BJP is going to be a very, very interesting thing to look out for. It's already, of course, begun to manifest itself in terms of the two deputy chief ministers, some of the movements and decisions that have already been taken, and some of those things which will reflect in this oath-taking ceremony and during government formation. Veteran BJP leader Tarkeshwar Prasad, who Rahul and both Dr. Manisha Priyam and Rahul mentioned just now, has hinted that he may be taking oath as the Deputy Chief Minister, along with the BJP's Renu Devi. Tarkeshwar Prasad was elected as chief of the BJP Legislative Party, and Renu Devi was elected as Deputy Chief yesterday. Speaking to India Today, Tarkeshwar Yadav has also confirmed his new role, saying that he will take oath as Deputy Chief Minister along with Renu Devi. Tarkeshwar Prasad is a senior BJP Bihar leader and an MLA from Katihar. He's also been appointed leader of the BJP MLAs in Bihar. While Renu Devi is a former BJP vice president and a former Bihar minister, she is a 4-time MLA from Betaiya constituency and has been named deputy leader of the BJP legislature party in Bihar. Other than deputy chief minister, the BJP is also likely to push for the speaker's post and is hopeful of getting it. The BJP had apparently decided to pull out Sushil Kumar Modi as deputy chief minister earlier, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a bit.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का फोन आया था और उन्होंने उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में शपथ लेने की बात कही है।
क्या इस बार बीजेपी में सिर्फ एक ही उप मुख्यमंत्री होगा?
नहीं, जो जानकारी मिल रही है उसमें 2 उप मुख्यमंत्री होंगे और एक हमारे वरीय नेता हैं रेणु देवी जी, वो दूसरे उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में शपथ लेंगे।
उत्तर प्रदेश के मॉडल पे काम हो रहा है, पहली बार बिहार में 2 उप मुख्यमंत्री होंगे।
देखिए, तो अच्छी बात है ना कि महिला सशक्तिकरण के दिशा में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के नेतृत्व में और माननीय सुशील कुमार मोदी के नेतृत्व में हम सबों ने जो काम किया है, तो उसमें महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण पर हमारी सरकार ने काफी काम किया है और यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी काम किया है, तो बिहार में ये एक अच्छी बात होगी।
ऐसी तो सूचना आई है कि आज जाना है,
होना गया है
जी।
कितनी बड़ी जिम्मेवारी मानती है ये?
देखिए, बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है समाज के लिए और ये बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है एक कार्यकर्ता के लिए। जनता को, जिसने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे, एनडीए सरकार पर जो विश्वास किया है, विशेषकर हमारी महिलाओं ने और ज्यादा विश्वास किया है और उनको और विश्वास दिलाने का हम लोग काम करेंगे।
Okay, so what next for Sushil Modi? Because this is a big question. He's been the big prominent BJP face as Deputy Chief Minister all this while. A man who goes back a very long way with Nitish Kumar himself to the JP movement. He's likely to be moved to Delhi. It was a surprise move. Some people say it was expected, but he's no longer Deputy Chief Minister. He is likely to be moved to Delhi. He could be brought to the Rajya Sabha. He may fill a vacancy caused by Ramvilas Paswan's demise. So that is the future as far as Sushil Kumar Modi is concerned. Dr. Manisha Priyam, on the specific issue of Sushil Kumar Modi, was this something that you had expected, that he would no longer be the Deputy Chief Minister? How do you read the decision to move him out?
I mean, we can look at it in 2 possible ways. One is a very practical, pragmatic outside view. And if you see 4 times deputy chief ministership, there were, he's also served on the committees that formulated the GST. I think with his stature, Sushil Kumar Modi had now run out of options. I mean, either the BJP could have claimed chief ministership, then Sushil Kumar Modi could have been a top contender for that position and post. That could be an outsider's view. But as far as internal political jostling is concerned, definitely this move to not have him there in this cabinet is an indication from the BJP that things will not be the same. It's an indication both to the BJP cadre in Bihar that the demand for change that was coming from the BJP leadership, that there's too much proximity between Nitish Kumar ji and Sushil Kumar Modi ji, and the BJP party wants to assert itself a lot more now, especially as they are the bigger partner in this alliance, having done very well. I think you see that in this move, certainly a break of that relationship. BJP doesn't want business as usual as far as the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and the alliance partnership is concerned. So definitely a message there that it will not be the same. The second part is that Sushil Kumar Modi is a very old political leader. Remember, he's a partner of Nitish Kumar and others in the JP movement. So one will now look forward to his being accommodated somewhere in the center. So in Bihar, definitely an indication for change as far as BJP is concerned. Number one, the coalition will not be the same. Although the Chief Minister's post has been offered to Nitish Kumar, the BJP is going to assert itself, and this will definitely soothe the BJP party on the ground, where there was a lot of demand that, their dynamics with the JDU were not as assertive as they would have liked it to be. Remember also that 2015, was an election that the BJP fought away from the JDU.
Okay,
They were
okay.
opponents of each other. And therefore, the party on the ground is very, very assertive today. And definitely this indication shows that the party can go in another direction in the future if required.
Okay. Dr. Manisha Prem, I'm coming back to you. We're just taking our viewers straight to these live pictures coming in from Patna. That's, of course, Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister that you can see on your screen, getting into the vehicle at the BJP Patna office, I presume, and heading towards the Raj Bhavan where he will be present for the oath-taking ceremony. A big message that the Union Home Minister has made the time to be there. You know, a great deal of importance being accorded, as both of our experts have said, to this victory. The BJP presence is not a, the high level, the top level presence of the BJP, including the BJP president, the Union Home Minister and others being present there, is not a coincidence. They've made the time to be there because the BJP's role in this victory, becoming the bigger brother in this relationship with the JDU, is something that cannot be underplayed. And therefore, these live pictures coming to you as Union Home Minister Amit Shah pulls out from the BJP office and heads towards the Raj Bhavan. Let's try and get some sound in from the ground. Okay, it's just the hustle and bustle from the ground, but let's just listen in. This is Amit Shah's vehicle pulling out from the Patna BJP office. Okay, just wanted to give you a sense of the sound from the ground. Lots of hustle and bustle and a bit of excitement as the Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, departs from the BJP office in Patna. He's heading in that convoy now towards the Raj Bhavan, where the swearing-in ceremony is expected to take place in just over about 10 minutes from now. The proceedings will begin in just about 10 minutes from now. Rahul Srivastava, if I could bring you in, the specific presence of, Amit Shah, well known as the, the election genius as far as the BJP is concerned. It's those who are familiar with politics and electioneering, this may not seem like such a big deal, but explain to our viewers, Rahul, why it is important that Amit Shah is here and what message it sends out.
Shiv, as far as the North Indian Gangetic Belt is concerned, one of the most dominant political demographies in this country. I think Bihar was one landscape which the BJP yearns to capture. Bihar, it is said, decides the political course in the country. UP decides who forms the government. And that is where the BJP always wanted one to be the dominant player. If you see the 2010 election, the BJP had an over 80 strike rate in the state, but then it was playing second fiddle to Nitish Kumar. This time around, the BJP had an opportunity to flex its muscle, go solo, but the BJP was pragmatic. It realized it does not have the strength among certain caste blocks, and it wanted to gain control of that, and that is why it went to hang on to the kurta tails of Nitish Kumar and has now propped him in the elections and now propped him as the chief minister. This is where the opportunity begins for the BJP. And since it's the beginning of an era for the BJP is making its presence felt. One, through by its leaders being present there.
Yeah.
And secondly, very importantly, by the kind of, by the people who are going to take oath. If the names we have got are going to be made ministers and deputy chief ministers, it's very certain that the BJP is signaling a degree of assertion in the government. Second, it's going to indicate to certain castes which are loyal to Nitish Kumar. We were talking about Sushil Modi, Shiv, very dominant figure as far as the Bihar politics is concerned. Remember, he is the man who spent time in jail during emergency. He was actually the General Secretary of the Patna University Students' Union at a time when Lalu Prasad Yadav was the president. They go back a very long time back. In 1990s, when the fodder scam PIL was filed, guess who? It was Sushil Modi who had filed the petition against Lalu Prasad Yadav when what became famous as the fodder scam. Now, what during the last few years had happened, that he was seen as somebody who's not assertive enough. It was a kinship between Nitish Kumar and Sushil Modi. Sometimes he had to even face the barbs from BJP that he is the B team of Nitish Kumar. And that is why he is being sent, likely to be sent to Delhi. Whereas somebody who is cut in the BJP ABVP cloth, Mr. Tarkishore is going to make the Deputy Chief Minister. Mr. Tarkishore is known to be a very brusque party loyalist, and that's where the BJP thinks that in Council of Ministers meetings, he can tell Nitish Kumar what the BJP point of view is assertively and verbatim. And that is why Mr. Tarkishore is a caste indicator and also an assertion from the BJP as far as the coming Council of Ministers is concerned.
You know, this is something I enjoy very much because, you know, I join all of our viewers in listening to some of this insight which you otherwise will not get anywhere when you're watching something, you know, as routine as a oath-taking ceremony. You know, with Dr. Manisha Priyam, Rahul Srivastav and Rohit Singh in Patna, what we're telling you is that this is not just another oath-taking ceremony. This is pregnant with implication as far as the future of politics is concerned and many elections coming up. And it's going to be a big year of elections in 2021. The resonance of this particular election on that is something that we're also going to discuss. Nitish Kumar has arrived. BJP leaders have arrived, as you can see in these live pictures here from inside the Raj Bhavan. India Today's cameras have the best images of all the leaders arriving there. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen and viewer, this is not just another oath-taking ceremony. This is extremely crucial. And I'm going to pick through what those implications are going to be for elections going forward. The BJP on an ascendant path at this time after Bihar. Amit Shah is arriving in just a moment. Those are the live pictures from the Raj Bhavan. Very quick break. Come right back. We've got the best images and analysis. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.